Good morning, friends. It is 11 a.m. I'm meteorologist Ashley Ruiz giving you the update on what's going on with Hurricane Delta. It made landfall just south of Cancun earlier this morning as a Cat 2 hurricane, a strong Cat 2 hurricane. It is now moving back over water into the Gulf of Mexico, moving to the northwest at 17 miles per hour, and it is forecast to strengthen as it moves into a more conducive environment. It's a little jumbled and a little weaker because of land interaction, but now that it's going to move over the warm, deep Gulf waters with low wind shear, it's likely going to intensify. So the change from the last advisory, it was previously forecast to possibly re-intensify into a Cat 4 hurricane. Now it is forecast to reach its peak around 120 mile per hour winds, which would make it a strong Cat 3 before it takes aim toward the coast of Louisiana. Now, the cone has shifted to the west a little bit, but I do not want you to let your guard down if you live here in the capital city, because we will still feel impacts, and it could easily shift back more to the east. The cone includes basically all the way from near Morgan City, near the Atchafalaya Bay, Vermilion Bay, to around Galveston. And so as you see, as the cone goes on, it does begin to make that forward northeasterly trend toward more so central Louisiana and into central Mississippi. Forecast to make landfall sometime Friday. I'm thinking Friday afternoon. Again, maybe near Cameron or Vermilion Parish, and again could be a Cat 3. Maybe it would be a weakening Cat 3 because it is still forecast to weaken. Around 7 o'clock on Friday, it should be in central Louisiana, but keep in mind it could be on the far eastern side of the cone, which would put Baton Rouge receiving a direct impact from that. So we're going to be watching this very, very carefully. Of course, we have preliminary possible impacts that we could see here in the capital city as well. The tropical models have been pretty consistent with a southwest or south central Louisiana landfall. Most likely at this case, the models have been pretty locked in on possibly a Vermilion Parish landfall. So that would give Acadiana, Lafayette, and surrounding areas the brunt of the impacts. But we would still feel impacts here in the capital city as well, mainly west of the river near the coast. New Orleans metro impacts won't be as significant. So we have new watches to tell you about. As expected, hurricane watches have been posted from the upper Texas coast, that area in the pink, all the way to Grand Isle, as you see right there. And this does include portions of our viewing area as well. I'll go back to that just to show you guys. Point Coupee Parish, Iberville Parish, we have Assumption Parish, and our bayou parishes, especially closer to the coast, are under hurricane watch. This means that hurricane conditions are possible within the next 48 hours. Now, East Baton Rouge Parish is under a tropical storm watch. That means tropical storm conditions are possible within the next 48 hours. Storm surge alerts. We have storm surge watches in effect. That's that light pink, that lilac color that you see from Texas all the way to the Alabama-Florida state line. As for possible storm surge inundation, around 7 to 11 feet from Pecan Island, all the way, let me break this down, to Port Fourchon, where you could see 7 to 11 feet. That's going to be the highest storm surge intensity forecast as of right now. Vermilion Bay as well, 7 to 11 feet. As for Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Maurepas, around 3 to 5 feet, and around 4 to 6 from Port Fourchon, which includes Lake Bourne as well to Ocean Springs. So again, something we are going to have to monitor very, very carefully. We're going to have to break all this down, get a little more fine-tuning of the forecast within the next 12 hours. So I'm going to walk you through some of the computer models. The European model, this is from this morning's run earlier. I've been showing this all morning. This is showing more of a westerly trend and not even a landfall until Friday night. And this shows a possible landfall near the Texas-Louisiana state line. And then so we, if that were the case, we would feel some of those outer rain bands, have to watch for some bands where those set up, along with some winds and then potentially tornadoes. Now the GFS model shows something similar, except a south central Louisiana landfall, and it is picking up on the National Hurricane Center's forecast mainly Friday afternoon. So that would also bring Acadiana the brunt, and then near the coast, and then even us some significant impacts, form of wind, heavy rain, and then we could possibly even see a few spin-ups as well. Looking at some of the other computer models as well, I'm going to walk you through. This is the GFS showing possible wind gust, and I'm going to break it down. So possibly Friday afternoon while it's making landfall, it's still showing some significant wind gusts. Baton Rouge around 70, New Iberia 86. Of course, this is just one model run. I'm sure this will, well, not I'm sure, it will change with the next model run. We'll have another update on the GFS model later this afternoon. But as you just see, it's showing possible wind gust, tropical storm force wind gust. That is a good possibility. Now this is a product the National Hurricane Center issues. This is the probability for tropical storm force winds, and it's showing the Baton Rouge Metro 80 to 90% chance for tropical storm force winds, and the highest obviously will be near the coast and near the actual center of the storm. This product is the most likely time of arrival of tropical storm force winds. So that may occur near the coast. Friday morning is the most likely, but we could start to feel the tropical storm force winds start to penetrate inland as early as Thursday night, but most likely Friday morning. As for the probability to see hurricane force winds, that's going to be most likely near the coast and near the center. So the greatest probability for that will be in Cameron and Vermilion Parish. This is based off the current track. As for the probability for Lafayette, between 40 and around 50%. Here in the capital city, 20 to 30%. Looking at the potential rainfall estimates, the highest rainfall totals will be near and east of where Delta pushes ashore. These are preliminary. These may change. These numbers may change. Again, it's all dependent on where it tracks. But the good news is that Delta is not going to be a slow mover. It's going to move in, and it's not going to dump feet of rain. Of course, if you get caught under a rain ban, you could double or triple some of these amounts. But for now, the Baton Rouge Metro, maybe 3 to 5 inches with locally higher amounts. And then if it moves more to the west, these rainfall totals will be significantly less. And that includes for the Baton Rouge Metro. So instead of maybe 3 to 5, it would be closer to maybe 1 to 2. Again, it's all dependent on where it makes landfall. Being on the east side of the storm, we are facing the threat for some spin-up tornadoes. So the Storm Prediction Center has gone ahead and placed our area under a marginal risk for spin-up tornadoes Friday and Friday night. So that's going to be something we're going to have to watch out for. Keep in mind, this is a graphic I just put together. This can and will likely change. This is all based off of the current track. So the highest rainfall totals, as I've been saying, will be near and east of the center. Preliminary estimates, again, 3 to 5, maybe 3 to 6 inches. Some spots may not get in on even 3 inches of rain, maybe significantly less, but we could see locally higher amounts within some of these rain bands. We'll have to see where the banding sets up. As for potential winds, the Baton Rouge Metro, sustained maybe 25 to 45 miles per hour with gusts 50 to 60 or higher. As for coastal zones, it's going to be a little higher. Could see 45 to, it depends on where you're watching from. That's also what I want to stress. So if you're watching from Acadiana or even Lake Charles area, these numbers are going to be different. So this is me stressing for our coastal parishes near the coast of Louisiana. As for the strongest winds in general, say it makes landfall in Vermilion Parish near Vermilion Bay, so Abbeville, areas surrounding New Iberia, those spots could see winds of 75, maybe 100 with gust over than that. So that will be the strongest near and east of where Delta pushes ashore. Spin-up tornadoes will be possible Friday and Friday night. Storm surge inundation from Pecan Island to Port Fourchon, 7 to 11 feet, and then Maurepas and Pontchartrain 3 to 5. So again, that is going to be significant. Also, with it weakening upon landfall, the wind field is going to expand as well. So I'll go back and show you guys the track if you are just joining me. This is the track that you see on the side of your screen. So as it's getting closer to landfall, it is expected to weaken, maybe making landfall as a Cat 2 or a Cat 3. The wind field's going to be quite broad. So that means impacts are going to be felt well from the center, including wind and storm surge. So that is why we're stressing that, yes, we will see a good bit of rain with this, but with its forward motion being so swift, then again, wind and then storm surge will be something we're really going to have to watch for and growing concern about. Also, what you can do, no need to panic. Again, this current track would put the worst of the weather to the west of Baton Rouge, but we would still be on the east side of the storm, still feeling impacts. We could have some power outages. Let me get back to the watches graphics. Now the area is shaded in pink. Those are hurricane watches again. So this means hurricane conditions are possible within 48 hours. The yellow, tropical storm watches. That means tropical storm conditions are possible within the next 48 hours. These will turn into warnings as we head into the next 12 and 24 hours. And then I do want to stress that the area is shaded in pink, the hurricane watches. There's a good chance that you'll have some power outages. The yellow color in the tropical storm watch will likely have some sporadic power outages, but keep in mind this can change all based on the track. It could move more west, it could move more east. So what to do now? Make your preparations for a landfalling hurricane for Friday. Bring your outdoor furniture and decorations inside. I have a lot of Halloween decorations. I need to bring those inside. Your plants, all of that. Secure loose objects. Walk around your yard. See if you have anything that stands out that could potentially be a projectile if winds begin to pick up. Also, complete a home inventory. It's always smart to make sure you have up-to-date pictures for insurance purposes of your belongings, your living room, all of the things that you have. I learned from my own experience from Hurricane Katrina, make sure you have those pictures on hand to show what you have. Also trim any loose tree branches or ones that you think that may become a hazard down the road. Make sure your gutters and storm drains are clear. Maybe walk the neighborhood, do all of that. Also replenish your hurricane kit. I know we've been in the cone around 6 times, and I'm sure you've tapped into a few of your hurricane kits along the way, so make sure those are replenished and have your plan ready to go, and don't forget to include your pets in that hurricane plan. So let me show you the 7-day because today is going to be quiet. Yes, it is sunny. We have clouds out there. A few showers may be around. Tomorrow, we'll likely see passing showers, some outer rain bands associated with Delta. And so winds will likely pick up. It'll be a bit breezy. And then it's Friday. That's when we could see the worst impacts, whether it moves more west, moves more east. Either way, it would be Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday night as well, with conditions improving Saturday as it lifts away. And then next week, we're tracking yet another cool front. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out to me. We'll have up-to-date information on brproud.com and the free BR Proud app. It's going to be a good tool to have. I got my notification about our tropical storm watch here in East Baton Rouge Parish as soon as I opened my phone. And you can get the up-to-date information, again, at the palm of your hand. It's free. It's up to It's free to download on the App Store and then the Google Play Store as well. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. Type below. If I am still on Facebook, sometimes we have issues with the stream internet connection, such as that. So again, I will be more than happy to answer your questions. So again, take care, stay weather aware, just be prepared, no need to be afraid. We'll be here every step along the way. We'll have full team coverage. We'll talk again soon, and again, don't forget the free Be Our Proud app. Bye, guys.